Good morning, church. It's good to be with you today. Jeremiah 25 has a difficult reaction to Jeremiah's testimony against the temple. They said, "You must surely die. How dare you prophesy in the name of the Lord? This temple will become like Shiloh, and this city will become an uninhabited ruin." Then all the people crowded around Jeremiah at the Lord's temple. They heard his prophecy of destruction, and they determined that the best action was to kill him, because how dare he say something bad? And do you ever feel like that a little bit in your heart when you hear about the commands that God gives or the reality of what he's asking us as Christians to do? We really sometimes want to kill the messenger, and the messenger is God's word here. And we just don't want to do it. We don't like it, so we either ignore it, put it away, make like Thomas Jefferson and cut it out. But as yesterday we discussed, Jesus is the truth. He came to declare the truth. He says, "I am the way, the truth, and the life." And if that's all true, then our reality is to be conformed to his will, and rather than to seek to put the messenger to death, to submit to the death that God calls us to. He says to die to ourselves. To live is Christ, that he lives within us. How do we go about doing that? What does that look like for us as Christians, those who God has called? Number one, it's an act of submission. I acknowledge that God's ways are better than my ways. His thoughts are higher than my thoughts. His weakness is stronger than the human strength. And then we develop a strong Christian group that can surround us and lift up our arms, and who are willing to hold us accountable, who can ask us hard questions. How is it going? Are you pursuing God? Are you living according to his will? Or are we falling back into the old ways, the easy ways? And that can be difficult, but friends that love us won't be afraid to ask us hard questions. And when we love our friends, we won't dump them because they asked us something difficult. We won't make them like Jeremiah and attempt to put them to death because they sought to help us live righteous life, and we would anticipate that they won't dump us either because of the same. And so we're pursuing him, and we believe and are blessed. "Because you have seen me, you have believed," Jesus told Thomas. "Blessed are those who have not seen and yet believed." That's us, church. Jesus prayed for us in John 17, a prayer for our unity, and now we receive a blessing because we are among those who believe without sight, and we want to just press into that blessing. We haven't seen Jesus with our eyes, but we have certainly seen the evidence of him in our life as we pursue peace, patience, understanding, as we're full of love and joy, that there's hope for tomorrow and endurance for today. That's where we live, church. So let's continue on, and let's love the Lord our God with everything we've got.